record. Get going. Hey, welcome, listeners and viewers. I'm super excited for today. I have Michelle Bell with me, and we have tried to get this together for probably a month now. We've had to reschedule for numerous reasons, and today I think might be the funniest because we both had our sons home from college. They both go to the same college. I thought my son was leaving earlier, so we bumped it a little bit so her son could leave, and then my son decided to leave later. So we've played text tag all day, but I finally have her with us, and I'm so excited. Michelle is the owner of Dandelion Boutique in Webster Springs,
Hi.
West Virginia. And I'm just thrilled. I can't wait for you guys to hear her story. She really encouraged me after I talked with her earlier during our prep call for this. But she and her husband, Jeff is a Webster County native, as is Michelle. I almost forgot that. Goodness sakes.
Yeah.
Um, so they're married, and combined they have 3 children, 2 adult children and one still in school. He's in high school?
Yeah, he's a freshman.
A freshman. Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, the thing about Michelle is she doesn't just have one iron in the fire. She likes to keep it pretty full. So she's not only a wife and a mother and a daughter, she provides a lot of care and assistance for her father, who's elderly, and
Yes.
her niece, who is a young adult. And she is also the vice president of the Webster County Convention and Visitors Bureau, as well as a member of the local economic development board, and of course the owner of Dandelion Boutique. And is there anything else that we need to add, Michelle?
No.
That's it?
Yeah.
You sure you can't pick up a couple more? And I will say, though, too, she and Jeff are very active in the community. I mean, they attend high school games still. Of course, they travel. Their son plays football at Glenville State University, so they travel to watch it. I mean, they're still very much involved with the community as well.
Oh, yes.
So
Yes.
welcome. Hey, I'm glad you're here.
Thank you, Maxetta. Thank you for having me. It is a pleasure. I just wanted to say it has been a long time coming. I was hoping you'd ask me, and you
Yes,
did. And
yes,
we are here now, and
yeah.
just wanted to share with you my story.
Yes, yes. I want you to, and I really want, I mean, women, but everyone to hear, one, that it's never too late to go for your dreams, and
Right.
two, that you can do it, even though, and you'll hear throughout her story, I mean, she had to put some legwork into researching how to do it, asking questions, making some connections, but she did it. And it has paid off because her store is, one, beautiful, and it offers not just clothing, but there's lots of other things that it offers that we will get to, I promise. But so I'm really excited for you to share. If we can, let's start briefly with, so Michelle, after high school, did move out of state, and
Yes.
because of different circumstances, she found herself a single mom living in a different state. She and Jeff then connected, and at that time, Jeff was here in Webster, right? I believe.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Webster. Yeah.
And it was kind of fun. I didn't mention this to her on the prep call, but we got to kind of watch their romance take place on Facebook. So it was fun. I mean, when they chose to share it and such. So it was fun
Yes.
to watch that, just grow. And so once they got married, eventually she and her son from a previous relationship relocated back home to Webster County. And so what was that like? Just, I mean, a whirlwind of things taking place.
I knew coming back, it was
Mhm.
going to be different. I'd been gone for a very long time,
Yeah.
since I was 17. I moved back when I was 46. I'm now 50.
Mhm.
Um, it was a real big culture shock to my son,
Oh, yeah, I bet it
because
was. Yeah.
the first week we were here, he's like, "Mom, can we go to McDonald's?" And I'm like, maybe this weekend."
Yeah. Yeah. I hadn't even thought about that for him. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
funny.
he's like, weekend, and I'm like, yeah, we'll go this weekend.
Yeah, I love
I
it.
Yeah, it takes about I told him, I'm like, "It takes about 45 minutes to get there."
Yep, that's true. Oh, that's so fun. So you guys got settled in, and now before opening the store, though, you did work some different places. Your
I
husband's
did.
involved in the school system. He's a teacher,
Yes.
the school system, and has been for quite some time. So Michelle didn't just jump into, hey, I want to open a store. I'm going to do it as soon as I get back. She actually worked a few different positions. So tell me when you started thinking, maybe I want to do a little something else.
Okay. Actually, I had several job offers at various interviews,
Yeah.
at several different places within the first week of moving back here.
Wow.
Um, I I waited for a little bit, and I took a job offer at the Cowan Dollar General,
Hmm.
and I worked there for a little bit, and then I left there. I got a job opportunity at uh, Webster County Memorial Hospital as a registration clerk, and I did that for a few years, and a couple years, and then I left there, and I worked for Dwayne Van Devender as his legal secretary at the prosecutor's office. Um, I worked there a year and decided I need to do something. And I always wanted to own my own business. And I had three separate dreams of um, this store. And I'd never seen this store before. And I went to my husband and I said, listen, I said, I need to open a store. And he's like, what kind of store? And I'm like, a women's clothing boutique. And he's like, okay. He's like, give me some numbers and we'll talk it out. And so I did it. I took our savings and I opened this store. Um, I'm the type of person that you see a need, fill a need. And I knew when going to Beckley, and we have a family of five, and we're a family of five. And when we go to Beckley, it's an all day event. You know, you just don't go down there, get what you need, and come back.
Mhm.
Um, it costs a lot of money.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I'm coming down here for jeans and I'm spending $200 to $300 by the time I leave and get back home. Gas, food for everybody, what they want, so I'm like, women's clothing, I can do this. And I started researching, and I don't have a formal education. What I have is life lessons.
Mhm.
And um, I took all those life lessons and things I've experienced from the places that I've lived and put them together and created my business. Um, a lot of business owners in Webster Springs was very helpful with advice. Um, they mentored me, and I created my store.
Yeah.
Um, it was hard because of not having a formal education. I had to research harder, and maybe if I had a formal education, it would have been easier. But I am where I am
But
now,
you
and
made it work.
all
Yeah.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you even shared with me, like, I mean, you looked up things on YouTube,
Yes.
you ask people questions. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I loved, like, when we hung up, from speaking, while we were preparing for this, one thing I wrote down is how much I enjoyed your, like, persistence. Like, you needed to find an answer and you were gonna do it, either from
Yes.
YouTube or calling a local business person. Just asking, like, you were not afraid or if you were afraid, you did it anyways, to
Right.
ask questions because you had to have the answers. I mean, you had to get these
Right.
things in place. So
Failure wasn't an option.
failure wasn't an option. That's good stuff,
Yeah.
Michelle. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It because I'm not just using my money. I'm using my family's money.
That's right. Because it truly is a family business for you
It
all.
is a family business.
Yeah.
Uh, just like the other day, I wanted to get my hair done and I didn't have anyone to work. And my husband's like, I have the day off, I'll work. So Jeff worked,
Yeah.
you know, Connor has worked the store. You know, it's all for them
Yeah.
and it's for the community. It's my gift to them and to my community.
I love that. And even let's go all the way back to I thought this was fascinating too. You and Jeff and Connor and the kids, I don't want to leave them out, but I want to give recognition to your husband too that you guys I know the space was already there, the building was there, but you guys
Yes,
redid all of it. I mean, correct?
yes,
I mean, from decorations to walls to painting to, I think,
yes,
just about everything.
yes.
Yeah. So talk to me about one, um, you two working together as a couple to get that done, but also how you had to have him execute maybe your vision.
Yes.
How was that? How did all of that go for you?
Well, the store is set up exactly how it was in my dreams.
I love that. Yeah.
And trying to explain to him how I wanted everything. It
Hmm.
was a challenge, but in the end, he finally pulled through and he seen my vision. And we, you know, just like any other married couple, we had
Yes.
arguments.
Yes. If any married couple or couple in general has worked on a project together of any type,
Yeah,
you have had disagreements. It just is what it is.
yeah,
And then the guys
um,
come around and understand
right.
we're right. No, I'm
Especially,
just kidding.
right, especially the wall. When he
Yeah.
built the wall, it was Connor and him and I, periodically switching Connor and I out. That was the most difficult part,
Yeah.
it was building that wall because it's totally movable,
Yeah.
and, it was a challenge, put
Yeah.
it that way. It was a
Yeah.
challenge.
And even the time, I mean, because, when you're working on a big project like this, activities don't stand still. I mean, you're
Right.
still, I mean, here you are trying to get this
We
business.
were both still working at the
Oh,
time.
you were.
We
Oh,
were both
yeah.
still working full time, and we would
Yeah.
we would go there right after work and work on it till late hours in the night
Yeah.
and every weekend until we got it done.
Yeah. And it
Yeah.
is really beautiful. I'm going to post some pictures on my YouTube channel and some on Facebook when this episode airs. I want you guys to really look at it. It is a very pretty store. It really is. Will you tell me about the local artist that contributed to the store?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Gracie Hines, she did the dandelion paintings. We were painting, and I'm like, I want to put dandelions on the wall because of the name of the store, of
Yes.
course. And I'm like, but I don't want stickers. They're just so, I want art.
Yes.
And so I contacted the local high school and I asked the art teacher, I said, do you have a student that has or needs any community service hours or a great artist that, you know, wouldn't mind coming in and painting on my walls? And sure enough, Miss Hall had a girl, and she was great.
Yeah. How old was she at the time? Was she a junior or senior, or do you remember?
Gracie, she would have been a junior at the time, I do
Yeah.
believe.
It's very great too. I mean, she did a fantastic job. So I
Yeah,
just thought that was a neat little tidbit that I didn't know until we
yeah,
talked on the phone. So
yeah,
that's pretty great. So you guys have worked on the building, you get it up to par now. You've
Sure.
got it just about how you like it. How do you know how to even get it started? Like, how do you know where to order your inventory from, what to charge, what are taxes? How do you just get
Right.
going? Yeah.
Um, the internet is a treasure trove of information.
Yeah.
I learned a lot of it from the internet. Um, the business end of not the business, like the clothing part of it. Like the business end of it, a lot of the local business people would tell me, you need to do this, um, taxes, da 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 for,
Mhm.
you know, state taxes, this for federal taxes, you know.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, the internet is a treasure trove.
Yeah.
And, l- local business owners, they want to see you succeed.
Yeah.
Um,
True.
we're not in a competition. Um, we all are there. We each have a purpose.
Mhm.
Each store there has a purpose,
Yeah.
and I try to promote them as much as I can, whenever I can.
Mhm.
Um, because they have helped me out in so many ways.
Right.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah. So did you at any time during this? I'm 47 and you started this process around that time, right? Like you were
yeah,
later
yeah.
40s. So at any time did you think I've just missed my shot, like it's too late or I'm too old or no one will take me seriously? Did those kind of questions ever come to mind?
I have doubts in my head all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I'll have a bad week
Yeah.
and be like, I'll question everything.
Mhm.
Is this what is this what I'm supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
Is this good for my family? But I can't judge one week upon
Yeah.
years,
That's right.
Um, it um it's hard sometimes. It truly is hard.
Yeah.
Retail is one of the hardest
Oh, for
businesses,
sure. I imagine so. Yeah.
especially in a small community.
Yeah.
Um, it can be trying at times.
Yes. Yeah.
I've sat there many days and not a soul walked through my door.
Yeah.
But and that's when you question yourself,
Sure.
and but you just pray and
Yeah.
uh, keep going.
Yeah. That's right. Don't throw in the towel. I like it.
Yep.
Failure's not an option. That's good. By the time that this episode airs, we will have heard from a couple young women that started a business. And I
Sure.
like that this is following that because I too, I love the it's never too late. Like I want women to hear, okay, so you've had children. It's not too late to pursue whatever is your passion or that you've wanted to do. So let Michelle
Yeah.
be an example of that to you. If you have that desire, I love how she shared she had three separate dreams. When she's saying that, she means literal dreams that she
Yeah.
had at night of this business and exactly what it would look like. And she could have easily shrugged that off to, oh, that's silly. But she didn't. She took it seriously. I love that her husband jumped in and was like, all right, let's do it. I mean, you, I just really like that you didn't stop chasing what you wanted to do. So that's
Your
very encouraging.
family's your family support is a lot.
Yes.
They have to have your back,
Yeah.
or it won't work.
Yeah.
Um,
That's right.
they because you're taking a lot of time
Mm-hmm.
from them, because I not only do I work the majority of the time, I'm there Monday through Friday,
Yeah.
9 hours a day. Um, when I close the store down, I don't always get to come home and stop. I
Mm-hmm.
come home, fix dinner for my family, do what I need to do around the house, and then I'm back on the computer,
Yeah.
uh, looking at new clothes, seeing what's trending, and I try to bring in what I can.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about that, about overlapping, leaving work at work and coming home and get to just be wife and mom. Can you do that, or did you have to learn that along the way?
I learned that along the way. I I was working both ends of the candle, I guess you would say, both, burning
Yeah.
both ends of the candle. So, um, and then I realized I can't do this anymore. I have to separate it some.
Yes.
And I have learned, and I did that.
Hmm.
So it's not every day, you
Right.
know. I try to do as much as I can at the store before I do come home.
Yeah.
Um, but sometimes you can't always do that.
Yeah, that's right. And
Yeah.
especially in a small town with social media, I'm sure that people send you messages. I think I have in the past about like a gift certificate or, do you have these jeans or do you have this size?
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like 10 o'clock and you're laid up on the couch. You're like, well, what do I do? So I
Yeah.
would assume that you learned that along the way because you want to, with um every what do I want to say? With every cast, you want to try to get it to get a bite. If there's someone with,
Right.
needing something or want something, you want to feel that for them, but at the same time, take time for you and your family. So, yeah, that would be hard to juggle.
Family comes ultimately, my family comes
Yes,
first.
for sure. Yes.
Um, and I will be there whenever they need me.
Hmm.
Um, but this in turn is a big part of their life.
Yeah.
And they know that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it helps. It
Yeah.
helps that they're understanding.
Yeah. That's right. Absolutely. So you get all set up, the construction's done, inventory starts coming in. How did
Yes.
you feel like a few days before opening, but you could see the store coming together? Like you're pricing things, you're getting things in place. What were those feelings leading up to the opening?
Nerves.
Yeah.
I was a ball of nerves. It was exhausting.
Yeah.
Um, you just step back and you are proud of what you've did,
Hmm.
but in the same hand, you're nervous of how people are going to react.
Yeah.
Are they going to accept it? Are they going to
Mhm.
come?
Right. Yeah.
That was my biggest worry.
Yes. Yeah. So the first few days that you were open, what was that like? What were there any things that were kind of trial and error that you started out thinking, I'm going to do it this way, but then you had to pivot and like, "Nope, let's do it this way."
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
To this day, everything's a learning lesson.
Yeah.
I learn new stuff every day. It's I've tweaked things to where it works much better now.
Hmm.
But you have to always keep things evolving,
Yeah.
to
True.
keep people's interest.
Hmm.
And that's the hard part.
Yeah. It
That
really
is
is.
truly the hard part.
Yeah. I imagine so. How do you handle small businesses are a big deal, especially in our small little county. I know just from fundraisers that I have been part of, from activities I've been part of,
Sure.
it is small businesses that are the ones that donate. I mean, either monetarily or with items or their time. I mean, there is a lot of expectations out of small businesses.
Sure.
So
Sure.
how do you juggle that? Are there times where you have to say no or maybe not give as much or what is that like?
It is hard. And with being a newer small business, I don't always have the money,
Right.
because right now every bit of the money I do make goes right back into the store.
Mhm.
Um, People don't realize that,
Yeah.
and it some like I said, some days there's not a soul that walks through my door, and
Yeah.
they got to realize that I don't always have it to give,
Yeah. That's right.
but I can give my time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, my time is valuable as well.
Mhm.
Um, but I do try, whether it's a gift basket or a gift certificate or cash. I do try
Yeah.
to give to everybody.
Yeah,
that
that's
I
true.
can.
I will vouch for that. I see that often, that you have donated. So let that be a little encouragement to all the locals, even the ones that aren't local. She does ship. There are ways that, and we'll
I
get to
do.
that. Yeah, we will get to that. Well, let's just talk about it now. She knows this. I'm obsessed with their TikTok. They have one of the best TikToks, and it's she and her niece. Her niece, I think, kind of heads it up because Michelle,
Sure.
like myself, I mean, the younger generation, they can do it. I mean,
Yeah.
but they have a very good TikTok. So get on there, like them, follow them. But also she's active on Facebook, and
Yes.
she's real good about if you message her, like we talked about earlier, if you need a pair of jeans, or if you want something sent to you, or if you're away from here and you want something sent to someone local, she can make that happen for you. So just
Yes.
be sure to reach out to her to do that, and be sure to follow her on both TikTok and Facebook, Dandelion Boutique on both of those. But um okay, so you have to tweak, you have to kind of learn as you go. Have you had any like problems you've had to solve? And of course you don't have to be specific or name names, but just in general, has there been any like, oh gosh, I didn't anticipate this problem coming and you have to solve it?
Oh, all the time. I mean,
Mm.
it well, not all the time, but it happens.
Sure.
Um, and you just take care of it, and go on. It just
Yeah,
That's just the way it is.
right.
You can't stop
Yeah.
just because you have a problem. You solve it and go on.
Yeah. Now, some of the behind the scenes that you shared with me when you first opened, you did have some inventory, but it you had to wait a little bit to become a distributor for certain brands.
Sure.
Is that right? And
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Like Simply Southern, they would not, until I was open to where I can send them pictures of my storefront and
Mhm.
the inside of my boutique, they would not allow their product into my store.
Hmm. Yeah.
That was just one of them.
Yeah.
They are very, um, particular on where their products go,
Hmm.
and that's fine. I mean,
Yes. Yeah.
that's why I was a little delayed on. I mean, I had the display all set up and ready to roll, but the product wasn't there
Yeah.
on my opening day. I had to wait a little bit for him,
Yeah.
so
But then that also tells listeners, like, you have to put forth the work to be a distributor. Like, it's kind of a big deal for you get to
yes,
sell those items. You can't
yes,
just throw them up anywhere, so
right.
that takes some extra work on your end for sure. So up to this point, so you've been open a little bit, you've had to tweak and pivot in some areas. Is there anything up to this point that you haven't shared about your story that you want to now? I mean, please go ahead. Anything at all?
Um,
Or-
no, just that, people need to know that, when they're shopping a small business, they're helping a family. They're
Yes.
not lining the pockets of a big corporation.
Yeah.
They are truly helping a family put tires on their car
Yeah.
or food on their table or
Mhm.
pay their mortgage. Those are the things that, people don't realize,
Right.
and it takes a village
It
to
does.
keep
It
a
does.
a small business going.
Yeah.
And I appreciate, everyone in the community for supporting, my small business, and I'm just thankful
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
Every day that I get to unlock my door and go into my store,
Yeah.
uh, I'm thankful.
Yeah. Absolutely. So you've been open how long? 2 years?
August 6th of 21 was my opening day.
Okay. Okay. So do
Yeah.
you sit back now and think, I can't believe it. Like, I'm doing it. I'm doing
Right.
what I dreamt of doing.
I was kind of crazy for opening in the middle of a pandemic,
Yeah, that was hard. Yeah.
but Um, it worked out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I look back and I'm like, "What were you thinking?"
That's funny.
And people ask me all the time,
Mhm.
why, why then? Why in the middle of a pandemic?
Yeah.
Why not? You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
people still need clothes, people still need gifts. So
Mhm.
if why not buy at my store versus having to drive an hour away?
That's true. Very true. Yes.
So
And I find even with small businesses, you get more of a personal um, shopping experience. I mean,
sure.
you don't have to hunt someone down to find this, or I'm sure that people will put on outfits from your store and come out and you like, do I look okay? Is this too,
Yes.
is this too, do I need this size? Is it, so you do get more of
You
a
get a
personal
one-on-one
experience.
experience,
Yeah.
at my store.
Yeah.
I'm your personal shopper.
Hmm.
I've actually had people, um, call me and be like, "I don't have time to come in the store. I'm looking for this. I'm this size. Um, pick out a few things and then I'll be by. I don't have
Yeah.
time to come shop, but I will come and look, you
Yeah.
pick out a few things and I've had people do that,
That's
I'll be
great.
down
Yeah.
at my lunch break or,
Hmm. Yeah.
it's fun.
It
It
is.
is a lot of fun.
And it's from someone like you aren't at work because you have to be. You want to be there. I mean, you've
Yes,
established this. You want to be there. You want to help people feel good about themselves. I mean, so it's a pleasure, I think, for you to get to interact with clients
but
and
I'm
people feel that when they come in your store too.
right.
Yeah.
I'm a people person.
Yeah.
Um, I always have been. I'm like my dad. I've never met a stranger.
Yeah.
So there's people that come from out of town and they'll stop in the store, and before they leave, they know my life story. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a talker, and
Yeah.
I love people, and I will just come in and sit and chat with me during
Yeah.
the day. That's cool too. You don't have
Yeah.
to buy anything. Just
Right.
stop by and say hi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come see the store. Of
Mhm.
course, but I enjoy the company as well.
Yeah. So can we'll just touch on this briefly because it's a very tender topic. While since the store has been open, your mother passed away. So you
Yeah.
had to navigate that while being a business owner.
Yeah.
What and now your dad now he stops by
Oh, yeah.
quite a bit. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And you are now his a big part of his life, his primary caregiver. Is that
yeah,
accurate to say?
yeah.
Okay. So how was that navigating such a I mean, it's a heartbreaking thing. I've been there with it was my dad, not my mom, but when the death of a parent, it's hard no
Yeah.
matter what age or when or expected or not. So how did you navigate that while keeping the business going?
I tried to be there as much as possible.
Uh-huh.
There was nights that, I would go to the hospital
Yeah.
and sleep in the bed beside her
Hmm.
and get up the next morning and come and open the store.
Yeah.
Um, then hospice was called in,
Mm.
and, that took a little bit of a break for me.
Sure.
They're angels,
Yeah.
um, every single one of them.
Hmm.
And, at that time, I did get to step back a little bit and let them do their job.
Yes.
And my dad, though, was a trooper and was stayed there by our side the whole time.
Yeah.
And but it was hard. It
Sure.
was hard coming to work, and you
Hmm.
want to be there, so you're kind of torn. But you knew you had to
Hmm.
keep your business open for your family.
Yeah.
You're torn,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
in the end, everything happens for a reason, and everything works out the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm thankful for everyone that helped
Yeah.
during that time, and um, they were all a godsend. So
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that with us. And, you know, with a small business, I mean, anytime you close, you take the chance of Did you miss a sale? Did you not? So,
Right.
I mean, juggling those two, I need to be here. I could miss, that's tough stuff. So I think you
Yeah.
juggled it well. Now, I love it when I see you post because family is first. And I'm sure that people might complain. I don't know. I've never heard them, but I love it when it's like, of course, our boys are older now, but when they played basketball, closing early, got to get to wherever to watch a
Right.
basketball
Right.
game, watch it because that is, yeah, like you said, that's why you have the business open is
Yeah.
for your family. So they have to come first. So I think that's pretty great when you do that. I like that.
Thank you.
Now, you just participated in Webster Springs has a spectacular, I think I'm saying that,
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
Saturday night. It was last night from when we're
Yeah.
recording this, and you were one of the local businesses that participated.
I sure was.
And I don't know about this year, but I know in years past, it truly is a family business when the whole family dresses in a costume, right? I remember some of
Right.
those. I love it. Did you guys
Yeah.
dress up last night?
Well, the first year that we participated, we all did.
Uh-huh.
Um, I was a cookie. Jeff was a carton of milk. Um, Erica was a pineapple.
Mhm.
Connor was a cucumber, and Wyatt was a banana.
I love it. See,
Oh
that's
no,
fun.
Connor was a pickle. Yeah, Connor was a pickle.
Yeah.
But this year, Wyatt dressed up.
Yeah.
Erica handed out candy with Connie Robinson up at the
Oh,
uh,
yeah.
shopping museum.
Oh, that's
And
good. Yes.
yes, and she helped out because Alex couldn't be there.
Uh-huh.
And so Connor, he didn't want to dress up,
Yeah.
so I dressed up as I was a cat.
Uh-huh.
Um, and Jeff, he ran inside the store while Connor and I handed
Yeah.
out stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's great. I think that's a really good thing. And you don't have a lot of that in larger areas. So yeah,
right.
that's pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
and we had close to 500 kids last night.
Did you really? Wow.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my goodness sakes.
yeah.
Wow. So tell me what you offer in your store.
Okay. We offer um, clothing,
Mm-hmm.
apparel for women.
Yeah.
I have tanning.
Yes.
I also do tuxedo rentals for gentlemen,
Yes. Yeah. And that's something,
women or men.
yeah.
Um,
I think you're the only one on this side. There's one
yeah,
place in Cowan. I don't know how active they are with tuxedo rentals, but then you're the only place on this end of
yes.
the county. Yeah.
Through mine goes through Jim's Formal Wear,
Yeah.
uh, which is known across
Hmm.
the whole East Coast. They they're a huge company.
Yeah.
But I do those. Accessories, clothing, shoes,
Did I
some
see
shoes,
did I see like soaps and lotions? Like,
soaps, lotions, perfumes.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
you
And
can find pretty much anything apparel
yeah.
wise for women. So
Yeah. That's
yeah,
right. And
from casual to a little bit dressier. I don't do dressy, but
yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. I was going to say you can get anything from jeans and a simply Southern shirt to a dressy outfit as well if you need to go
yeah,
somewhere.
yeah, yeah.
And shoes, you do have the shoes. Sometimes you even carry like little beanies. Am I thinking right?
I
Beanies and
carry
hats.
hats and I
Yeah.
carry actually the beanies that were made are locally made.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's neat.
I do carry some local made stuff.
Yeah.
I try to do that as much as I can when I
Yes.
can.
Uh-huh.
Um, so they're all handmade locally.
Yeah.
Um, the soaps, lotions are all natural.
Yeah.
And they're also made locally in West Virginia
Okay.
from a company named Sudsbury. They're at the
Yeah.
Morgantown Mall.
Yeah.
So I'm literally trying to bring the mall to you,
Yes.
is
That's a
what
good
I'm
way to put it. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. And you don't, I mean, you don't just offer the tiny sizes, you have plus size as well.
Yes, I do. Yes, I
That's a
do.
big deal for me. I'm a plus size girl. So that I really like that. And you've done that from the get-go. You
Right.
you
Because
have.
I'm not
Yeah.
a tiny girl either. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So everyone can shop there. I mean, really,
Yes.
from
Yeah.
dresses to shirts to, you know, any, like you said, accessories, anything at all. And if you're not local and you want to see, message her, message me, and I'll get you in touch with her or send you what I
Yes.
can. So tell me about shipping. You do ship, correct?
Yes, I do ship.
Uh-huh.
Your first order is free shipping,
Okay.
no matter what. Um,
That's a pretty good deal. I'm gonna throw that in there because I
yeah,
shop a lot online
yeah,
and that's a good deal. Free shipping is nice on your first order. That's good.
yeah. Your first order is free shipping,
Hmm.
and then after that, any order over $75 is free shipping.
Nice, nice. Very good. Now, do you have a website or do you use
No, I
primarily your
don't have a
Facebook?
website.
Okay.
Websites are very expensive.
Yeah, I thought so. But you're
Yeah,
good. You keep your Facebook very active. So if
I
people
try.
see
Yeah,
items on there, I mean, they can easily look there. That's
yeah.
totally doable. And your TikTok. I'm a fan of the Tik. Of course, my listeners know I have a problem and probably need to get some intervention and professional assistance with the TikTok world, but they kill it on there. They are really good. I don't
I
know if
appreciate it.
you've considered, I don't know anything about the TikTok shop. I'm sure there's guidelines. I see it on there all the time, but I don't know if
We we have been invited to do TikTok shop,
yeah.
but I don't know.
Yeah. I
It's
don't know enough
really
about it.
new right now.
Hmm.
So maybe later on down the line, once all the kinks have been worked
Yeah,
out,
that's true.
and
Because it is fairly new. You're right.
it's
It is.
it's fairly new.
Hmm.
So I just rather sit back and watch for a little
Yeah.
bit and
Yeah,
see what
for sure.
happens.
Yeah, but you all go follow her on those. I think it's good. It's really very good. Okay. I'm just looking at my notes. Is there anything that we haven't talked about that you want to?
No, I think we covered pretty much everything.
So, what would you tell other women specifically if they wanted to start a business?
Do it.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
I mean, just um, not the phrase Nike, but just
Mhm.
do it.
Yeah.
It just now's your time.
Hmm.
If you are if that's all you can think about
Hmm.
and you have the means to do it, do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to sink or swim,
Yeah.
and that's what I had to look at.
Hmm.
You're either going to go for it. What do you accomplish for sitting back and saying, "What if?"
That's right.
What?
Yeah,
You
you'll
know,
never know if
you'll never
if you'll
know.
make it if you don't give it a whirl. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to emphasize to people too, don't let the fact that you haven't graduated from college or you have no experience maybe with accounting or payroll or whatnot. She didn't either. She put in the time to research and use available resources to learn her way. So don't let an obstacle or an excuse be your obstacle, maybe we should say. So yeah, do
Exactly.
it. Do it. I love that. And Michelle, I'm sure is a contact. If you're interested, reach out to her. Yeah,
100%. I would help anyone
yeah,
that is interested, and I would help them out wholeheartedly.
yeah, yeah, for sure. So tell me, we'll brag on our husbands a little bit. Michelle and I both have good husbands, but tell me what a difference it has made having his support.
If I wouldn't have had his support, it would have been horrible.
Yeah, yeah,
uh, you definitely have to have your family's support
yes,
100%,
mhm,
or it's not going to work.
yeah,
You would constantly be in turmoil with each other.
that's right.
Um, he would. He's been there from the beginning,
Hmm.
100%. Like I said, anytime that, like, if I have a doctor's appointment, I mean, he's actually called off from his own job
Hmm.
to work the store for me
Yeah.
so I could go to a doctor's appointment.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, um, he doesn't do it often, but
No. Yeah. But
um,
even last night helping with watching the inside of the store so you could serve
yeah,
the community. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
So that's a big deal. That is. And did we mention though your coworker that joins you, your little four-legged coworker?
Oh, Trixie.
Yeah.
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 Trixie's my Dandelion dog.
Yeah.
She,
Yeah,
she
that's
comes
good. Dandelion dog. That's good. Yeah.
she comes to work with me almost every day.
Hmm.
Um, she listens to all my problems,
Yeah.
and she's been a great great help to me
Yeah.
in
For
my
sure.
sanity sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Cause like I said, it can be awful quiet some days there.
Sure. Right, right. And
But
just yeah, and for anyone, may be hesitant because I said that, Trixie will not bother you. Like, when you walk
no.
in, she does not tackle you like our dogs do here. You will not leave in dog hair, anything like that. Her clothing does not have it on there. I was in the store just, what, last week or week before last.
It
Very
doesn't smell
clean,
like a
neat,
dog.
tidy. It does not. That's right, it doesn't. That's true. So, but she is friendly enough if you wanna pet her, she'll take some cuddles and
Oh, yes.
you know, as
Yes,
well.
she loves seeing people.
Yeah.
She will, is she's in a routine. She waits for me at the front door. Um, I get her collar on, she goes straight to the car. When we get to work, she gets
Yeah.
out of the car, goes straight to the door once in the
Oh,
store, and then she's good.
yeah,
She'll jump up on the table to look out the window, and then she'll
yeah,
go lay down. But yeah, she has a lot of fun. She loves when the kids come in
yeah,
and play with her and stuff, and,
right. Yeah,
um, yeah, she has a lot of fun with it.
yeah. Now what are
She's a
your
very photogenic dog. I mean, there's people,
Yeah,
I mean, have photographed her like crazy
that's
that's come,
funny.
like, from out of town.
Yeah,
They just think it's the wildest thing seeing her there, like,
yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, can I take her picture?" Yeah, she'll get up on top of the table and she'll pose for 'em,
She's
and
ready.
they'll be done. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun, I like that. So tell me, what is the price, or do you have any tanning specials going on? Talk to me a little bit about the tanning bed.
The tanning bed, right now, I'm not running any specials on
Mhm.
it. But I did wanna say, if any listeners out there, um, come to the store and they mention they heard this, podcast, they will receive 10% off.
Oh, that's pretty great. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's super cool.
So,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
good deal. Good deal, thank you. Yeah, that's awesome. Y'all get in there, flood her store. And with the tanning bed, really, I don't think I know of one other one in Webster Springs.
Right?
There's not a whole lot of other tanning beds, so but it's getting the season too. People tan a little bit during the winter, but in the spring, they
Right.
really pick up. I mean,
It has
everybody's
it's slacked off a little bit right now,
yeah,
but it will start to pick back up.
it
Yeah.
will. Everybody wants to have that tan for prom and for the summer,
Right.
and yeah. And it's just a good place to relax. When I was younger, my gosh, I was in one. I was in one too much, but I loved it. I would lay all the time just to relax. But so the last question, unless there's anything that you want to add or discuss, we can surely do that. But the last question is, what do you know about Michelle now that you did not know before the store opened?
I'm a lot stronger than what I thought I was.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. That's
Um,
good.
it it can be trying at times, but,
Yeah,
you really, it made me realize how strong I was,
yes,
because I didn't think I was.
right. That's
Yeah.
good. I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's great. Thank you for being with me today. I
I
loved it.
appreciate you. I
And
appreciate it.
I really had a good conversation. And again, she is located right on Main Street in Webster Springs. It is right at the light. You can't miss it. Um, She's open Monday through Saturday. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday 10 to 6.
10 to 6 on Saturdays. Check them out on TikTok, Facebook. Shoot them messages. I'm sure they check their messages. And if you have any questions, if you can't reach her, reach me and I'll get you in touch with her. If you
Absolutely.
haven't been in her store, even if you haven't bought anything, stop in and see it. It really is pretty. I mean, it really is pretty. She's done a very good job and it is very clean. And there is all sorts of things in there for you to check out. So stop by and be sure to check it out. Anything else? Am I missing anything, Michelle?
No,
Okay.
not that I can think of.
Okay. Now she's just getting started. This business, it is going to take off. It's going to take off quickly, and in abundance. And we really do believe that. She and Jeff are both givers to the community. So those seeds will be honored and harvest. I just know it. So thank you very much though for being on here today.
I
And
appreciate
for
it. Thank you.
yes, and for all the switcheroo, both of our sons both. I'll tell this little story, and I'll tell it only because I've got so many questions. Their son Connor, my son Rye, they graduated high school together. They played ball together forever and a day. They were in the same
Yeah.
grade. They graduated high school. Both of them got on different sports, but both of them got some athletic scholarships to play at Alderson Broaddus. So
Yes.
both of them went to Alderson Broaddus University last year. Both of them loved it. We both families had plans to return to AB.
Yeah.
Suddenly, both families' plans changed because that school abruptly closed. And that's just kind of a backstory for those that aren't local that maybe didn't know. But during these few days, it was even shorter for Michelle and Jeff and Connor because Connor plays football. So these two boys all through Webster, many people asked, what are Ryan Connor doing? What are Ryan Connor going to do? What are Ryan Connor going to do? I was like, we're not sure. We're not
Right.
sure. And so long story short, both of them ended up back at the same university, not back at, but at the same university, Glenville State University. But Connor plays football. So he literally, like, AB closed on a Monday. What did he visit like the next day or two? I mean, it was
We
quick.
went to a school on Tuesday in Ohio.
Yeah.
On the way back from that school, Glenville contacted him and said, "Can you be here tomorrow? We want to talk to you."
Yeah.
And Wednesday they were there, and then Friday he showed up for camp.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he moved in that Friday, right? Like
That Friday he
that
moved
Friday.
in.
So from
Yeah.
Monday to Friday.
We had 4 days.
Yeah. So I mean, we had just a little bit longer, but it was a whirlwind. And it was funny because that Wednesday, Rye went for a tour there also. And then the coach he was with, Rye plays basketball. He saw someone in administration and they said, "Oh, we've got another boy from AB here. He's going to play football, Connor." And we were like, "Yeah, we got Connor." So
Yeah.
those two boys have been buddies for a while. But so now they're both at Glenville State University, both doing
Yep.
well. Connor is also, he was in high school the scholar athlete. Am I
Yes.
right about that? I
Yes.
thought so. He's
Yeah.
still he does very well in the classroom, but so that's where Connor and Rye ended up. A lot of people ask, most people know now, but they are both at Glenville right now. So we're hustlers, Michelle. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
it was let's go, let's get some stuff going. But so they made it and we're glad. So wonderful. But there's a little short story about our experience in August.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, let everybody go. Thank you again, Michelle. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Maxetta.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.